Thank you, Guilherme.
My friends here who follow the Familia Nomade channel and the construction of our motorhome in the big bus Pachacão, this Mercedes-Benz 0364 ready for some updates? A lot of things are happening in here. Since my last video update, more things have been built or are in progress. Now listen to the noise.
Look, here is Pachacão.
Oh, look over there at what we're doing. We're changing the setup here in the bathroom. Look at Anderson in there. Oh.
Check it out.
There's the carpentry shop too, and I was here with the ladder. What was I doing with the ladder? I was looking up there at how many solar panels were built.
Bikini here with my hair here on the bus with our electrical project.
For those who don't know, maybe about the motorhome, look up there. The roof is dirty. It needs a little renovation here. The motorhome works with solar energy. The photovoltaic solar panels, they receive solar energy converted into electrical energy. Then it goes through a cable that goes to the charge controller. This charge controller feeds the house batteries, which are there in the luggage bay, and from the batteries, it goes to the 12-volt outlets in the bus, which are regular outlets, regular 12-volt outlets. It goes to the inverter that converts it to 220 volts, so you can use 220-volt equipment on the bus, right? So we were looking up here. We're thinking about installing 6 150-watt solar panels. Why don't I use bigger panels? Because it's easier to distribute the panels along the bus. Because over there, look, there's going to be a skylight above the kitchen. Here in the back, there's a rooftop air cooler, right? And I'm still thinking about putting one more up front, removing the bus's skylight, that hatch there, and installing an air conditioner. But that's for later. Why? Because the air conditioner is expensive, it's 8,000 Rs, and it needs a stronger electrical system to handle it. So I'm going to leave it for another time. That's how life is. You take a step here, then wait a bit, and later you upgrade, right? So I'm thinking about installing 6 solar panels here, 1 in the front, 2 here, and 3 more here. Then it goes through the luggage bay, so there will be 2 charge controllers, 2 or 3 batteries that I'm going to use, probably 240 amp stationary ones.
Look at how it is. I'm going to have to do a little renovation on this roof.
There are some old filler patches here. I need to scrape this off and do some painting, waterproof the whole roof. White, and then finish the construction, paint the whole bus white, and then it's gonna look really cool, right? I'm gonna get down here and show you. I even took the sticker off the ACM here. It looks really nice, kind of like how it's going to be. Look at it all black here. Look how cool. It gives that idea like those glass buses, more modern, like those big glass ones. Stock, so what's up? Fenestra is running a little behind on the windows. It might have arrived last week. And the Fenestra we bought, I don't know if it's 6 or 7 little windows. We're still waiting for the shipping company to deliver everything so we can install the windows. So here there will be a bigger one here in the kitchen living room. There will be one here in the bathroom, one in the master bedroom, and the same thing on the other side and in the boys' bunk area too. I think it's 6 windows, right? And here, what we're doing is we're expanding the bathroom. Let's go inside so you can see how it is. I was just talking to Jefferson from BTS Motorhomes in Goiânia about our plumbing and electrical layout, including the placement of water tanks, batteries, and more. Now I'll go inside with you. Here, the tankless water heater will be installed. It's closer to the bathroom. Here we make an electrical panel with the charge controllers, and in the middle we put the batteries. On that side, the fresh water tank, which will be about 500 liters and more. Over here, we put the gray water tank and the area for draining the water. Then everything is set up here and it's a big space so you can. And then on that side, we leave it more for loading things and so on. Up to here, I want to see if I can make an outdoor kitchen. Just to fry things outside, it would be really nice. So come inside with me.
You'll see.
You can see here, we even took out the bathroom section so we could work there. So if you hadn't seen it, maybe from the last video, we've already put it here. We're installing it here. Look, Johnny is installing the little sofas, which will have a table. We managed to get a big space for a table here. So the little sofa will later have the finishing touches here with colorful cushions. Really cute, right? There will be a window in the middle and also a window here in front of the kitchen. We're building now, working here on the boys' bunk bed, and Anderson, our partner, is giving us a big hand. A cool solution for us who aren't BTS Motorhome is this. We thought this structure here, right? We thought it was structural for the bus, that it would be thick, and it wasn't, if I had known that before.
If we'd removed this before building, it might have been easier, but it's fine. It turned out well.
What we couldn't remove was this part here, this side. This is a structural part of the bus, so we had to find a solution for us, leaving this part here. To make the bathroom bigger, the bathroom was lowered and a lowered section was built here for the bathroom. But since it was really narrow, we wouldn't have space to put the toilet, so by removing this part here, the bathroom gets about 30 centimeters wider. And I get space to separate the wet area of the bathroom from the dry area and a place to put the portable toilet. And Anderson's been here since this morning, right? Anderson working because the sheet metal is tough. My son, hey, sawing the big pot. Look. Let's see if there's any other news. So the kitchen is already in progress here. Our fridge has arrived. I'll show you when we open it. So it's a 12-volt fridge, really cool in this space. Here, this sarcophagus should probably have some ventilation so it can breathe. And then we bought the built-in stove from Vinakes. When it arrives, lunch too. And also here, look, the stove. And we also bought the sink that will go in this spot. The sink should arrive this week. We're picking out the faucet and everything else to install. Look over there, Jonathan, who we call Johnny here at GVTS2. We're working on the project, right, Johnny? The bunk bed for the boys. So this will be the bottom one. Here are the 3 drawers. Then Kawei's little bed goes down here, a small one. At this height, there's the other part of the bed, and B's bed starts up here. We're trying to distribute the height so it works well for both of them. So no one feels like they're inside a tomb. In a big drawer, but we can't do much because of this part down here, see? It slightly interferes with the bed height, but it'll look great. You've seen the cabinets. You've already seen the bed too. We're trying to buy the hinges later so we can install the door. Right, Anderson? That's Anderson's thing. Look, installing the door there. Look, more sawing, see? Look, more sawing going on. Applause. Johnny's guy, look, making noise at Johnny's work here, upset. Hey, you're messing up my 11, I'll try with you. Look at that. But thank God we found this solution, you know? Thanks to Jefferson Anderson, this top team here at PTS. Because if we had to stay with a smaller bathroom, man, we would be upset, you know? Having to go with a bathroom this size and with the toilet. We would have to kind of move to the side here in the shower area to the other side. So this way it's going to be much better.
Beautiful. Mine arrived too, huh?
Look, it's here, the glasses. Look, the PP is arriving. Johnny is here, look, Johnny is the woodworking expert. Look, he made the stools. Usually the people building the bench leave the top so it lifts up. Since I want the foam to always stay in the right place without that hassle of taking it off and putting it back on, I wanted the bus to be as much like this as possible. Look, things are the way they are without changing. Take stuff down, put stuff up. Most people make a dinette where the table becomes a bed, but I didn't want that. So we made this here. Look, the solution is to have a top that opens like this so we can store things inside. So it becomes a really nice space to store stuff like groceries, whatever you want. It's a good space here, look.
Que a gente...
Let me see.
I wanted to put the whole piece here so I wouldn't have a seam.
No, nothing will show.
Very little.
Right. A fita de borda aqui.
É porque a poeira geral tá no caminho.
Pra não pôr forme.
I think it's the same thing. I'll put it here, look. On top. The chosen one is yours.
No problem.
It makes it easier to do.
So there won't be a seam here.
No fear, no.
You won't even notice.
You tore another panel off Pachicom, see? That alone removes about 30 kilos. Doesn't it hurt your hand, Anson? Now we have a decent bathroom. All right, let's go then. Let's go outside. Oh, we're also waiting for Telemax to arrive. This aluminum trim goes right here, see? I showed it earlier. Look, I showed it here. There will be an LED strip. The lamps are already in place with PP wiring. Everything's all set. The big table is going to look awesome. I'm thinking about later putting a fireplace further ahead, or here, a little fireplace like that enclosed fireplace insert. We have some space here and we have some space here, look. I tore it out, the other day I tore it out, that wood was rotten. Here we put another piece of marine plywood here and here, right? There's just a little edge left, then we'll finish everything here with vinyl flooring. We'll also remove this old rubber and install vinyl flooring throughout. And redo this colored part here, see if I can put it all in. Like the color of these, you know? And the challenge with the bench here, look. And I've even been I'm always following some YouTube channels here, you know? I've been watching a lot of Livre Como Ovento over there, Osvaldo and Fran, who have a bus similar to ours. So their stories really make me want to follow along. They're over there on Highway 319 heading to Manaus, you know? I'm following their story. So, I'm going to have to fix the roof, paint over there, right? Then I'll have to paint the whole bus white. And after I finish, the challenge is to switch, which is to change 6 wheels and 6 tires, put on 22.5-inch rims and new tubeless tires. And they had a hard time with the tires with tubes. They changed the front one to a tubeless tire. They changed the wheel and tire there in Chile. And then the rear one is still the one with a tube, which is a hassle. It gets punctured easily, causes trouble. So the plan is to put on a tougher, nicer tire. Brand new, shiny silver wheels. And here in the back, also put all 4, right? All new wheels and tubeless tires. That's the plan, right? It's just expensive. To change the tire and tube here, to do everything right, it costs about 12 or 13,000 reais, I think, you know? But we're going to work hard enough. We'll have success and perseverance and prosperity. Amen. And we're going to be able to do everything we want to do, because after all, we live to fulfill our dreams, our desires, right? Mine and my family's too. I'm always excited, imagining how great it will be to have this bus for weekends and vacations so we can travel and have some different adventures. And who knows, maybe soon we'll be able to hit the road again, do Ushuaia, Alaska, and all of South America, and you'll definitely come along with us for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing it later, all painted, fixed up, white and shiny. The bumpers all black, piano black, here everything black too, the little windows in place. It's going to look really cool, guys. Really cool. Here, when I open the luggage bay, everything nice and clean. The electrical part is going to be really awesome, guys. I keep talking about Pachecão, about how this motorhome will be in the future. And for those who are curious about how it looks when it's finished, let me show you this. Let me show you the motorhome. My friend Marcio's minibus here, our colleague who built it here at BTS. It's beautiful. Let me walk around and show you what it's like inside, so you can get an idea of how nice his turned out. It's here just to get a few finishing touches. Let me show you how it looks. Look, the BTS crew is working here. Everyone's here. I'll give you a quick look. You can come in, no problem. They're working on something. People are curious to see the result. Check it out. This one came out great. A Volar, probably a W9. The cockpit is beautiful and those seats are awesome. Everything's beige. Here, look, there's a slide out. That room expands, right, with a little motor. A big one, look, the benches with the table. Wow, the table will be about this size, really big. On this side, cooktop, overhead cabinets, small oven. Washing machine, my friend, look how cool. The beautiful teak sink. Here, the single lever faucet. A fridge just like our big one, except ours is 12 volts, right? I think this one too. Maybe with an inverter, I'm not sure. The bathroom here, look, dry area, the toilet cassette and the little faucet, and over here, the wet shower area, pretty cool. And a big bedroom with a TV with sky view, overhead cabinets, a big bed. Look, mosquito screen, a wonderful blackout curtain, huh? This little project by BTS turned out awesome. Here, look, here are the cabinets, all with push locks. Wow, you can watch everything like this too. Look, it's going to look really nice. The motorhome is awesome, guys. Really cool, huh? Let me get out of the way. I'm interrupting this guy's work here. Thank you, good work over there. Look, there's even a big luggage compartment here that can carry a motorcycle. It can take a little motorcycle. I think this is the one. This is the Volare. It's the Volare W9, really cool. And soon Pachacon will be at this same standard, BTS standard. Really beautiful, huh? The work doesn't stop. Oh, nice. Let me fly into the new one. Well, my friends, I wish I could stay here longer. I fall in love watching Pachacon and dreaming about things, noticing details to fix. But duty calls, it's almost 4 o'clock. I have to teach 2 classes now, from 4:30 until 6 in the afternoon. I'm going to grab a quick snack and let's get to work. For those who don't know, I'm a geography teacher. The subject is the study of the world, of travel, and of planet Earth. I'll teach this class there, then rest. Tomorrow, I have more classes to teach in other cities. A nearby city here, which is Naples. Let's keep working, saving, and pushing for our dreams. Someday we'll travel the world. Maybe even take Familia Nomade on a trip around the globe. Wouldn't that be great? Guys, so here's the thing. Thanks for being here with us. Leave a like on this video, please. Just leave a like. It doesn't cost anything. So the video gets recommended to more people, other internet users. Leave a comment about what you think of this bus build. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And keep following the entire build of our Pachacon. So let me get going. Let's head over and get started. We're in this together. Bye, thanks.